Hey, how you going? So I was thinking the other day, Hello there! I know, right? How hard is it the platinum finally returns after literally years? As a quick refresher, the goal is to platinum games and along the way, make some friends, make some enemies, and see just what game is the hardest to platinum. The list of trophies will be separated into 3 levels of difficulty, that being easy, medium, and hard, with each trophy being carefully placed into one of those 3 categories with a lot of thought and internal debate. Obviously completing the episodes are going to be really easy. Oh wait, but that means episodes 7, 8, and 9. That was a struggle just to watch the movie, so it's probably going to be hard to play through the game. We started off with Castle Crashers, moved into Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, so I thought a good mix of the two would be to ask the question, is LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga the hardest game to platinum? Looking at its trophy list, everything seems pretty straightforward. There's a few Pokédex trophies, story-related trophies, and of course, random things that you have to go out of your way to collect. This will be my journey on how I went about collecting the platinum, and will include tips and other bits of information relative to your journey through the game. Fortunately, this game is made with easy mode enabled and gives you a mini-map complete with mini-kit locations. So, speaking of easy, let's finally jump into
Level 1!
The quickest way to earn the platinum is to just blow through the story and unlock free play, which will enable you to play through the story a second time, but with any character you choose. So, to begin your journey of earning the platinum trophy, go ahead and run through the story, starting with Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Now the trickiest level here is really just the pod race, which is randomly in first person, but everything else is fairly easy, and of course has a great fight with Maul. Continuing with Episode 2, Attack of the One-Liners, the dialogue is just as cheesy as you remember and has actually a really great take on the arena battle. I at least enjoyed it. And then after that, it's on to Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. So once you experience what should have happened...
Execute Order 67.
Yes, my lord.
No, not 67. Order 66. Execute Order 66.
Yay!
I mean, honestly, this clone doesn't even want to take out the Jedi, he just wants to dance. Except Kiadi-Mundi's clones. Those homies don't even hesitate to blow him up. Anyways, take the high ground, and then move on to the original trilogy. Episode 4, A New Hope, impersonate some Stormtroopers, blow up a planet-destroying weapon, and then basically set the plot for the sequel trilogy. On to Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. It's just Cold, and Yoda, and Frozen Han, followed by one of the biggest Mandela effects in history.
You killed him.
No, I am your father.
And then only one more to go. Episode 6, Return of the Jedi, which still has the most quote-unquote feared bounty hunter die, but only temporary because he starts filming his show next week after this. And then Vader completes his character arc by defeating Palpatine once and for all. And that's the story. That's the Skywalker Saga. Now, interestingly, this LEGO game has a weird little what-if series that follows some janky storyline of Palpatine returning somehow. Which I can't believe is actual dialogue, and I'm not just making that up. So once you suffer through episodes 7, 8, and 9, you'll earn a decent amount of trophies once it's all said and done. While playing through the story, you'll most likely pick up a bunch of trophies along the way. All of these should happen naturally as the game pretty much forces them upon you. I didn't really have trouble with anything, and I suspect you won't either. The next trophy I found easy to obtain was fully upgrading the class, which you need about 96 Kyber bricks to do. But I would wait upon doing this one since getting some general upgrades tend to actually be better. The upgraded version of this trophy requires every class to be fully upgraded, which, mind you, is literally almost more than half a ton of Kyber bricks. But we will get to that. For the next trophy of Aren't You a Little Short to be a, I found a neat trick that switching characters, which removes the disguise, enables you to rewear the exact same pieces if you really want to farm it that quickly. Otherwise, while playing in story and even in free play, if you have the disguise option, just keep throwing one on until you earn the trophy. The last easy trophy you have to, try for is Jedi Business. At a certain point, you have to mind trick the Cantina bunch to pretty much fight each other for a fairly easy trophy. The last few easy trophies are Gonk and the Jawa droid missions. These are earned by completing the quest lines of escorting the various Gonks to their destinations. and by completing the quest line to unlock Jawa as a playable character. You can either target these requests or just keep clearing each planet until you eventually get them all. Regardless of what you choose, however, this begins the most boring aspect of this game. Enter events and what I claim to be
Level 2!
So this game, you know, is a Lego game, and it has literally over 2,000 collectibles between data cards, mini kits, level challenges, galaxy challenges, characters, ships, blah blah blah. And of course, maxing out every collectible is its own trophy. So I figured the best way for my sanity was to do this by taking it one planet/area at a time. Now yes, doing mini kits and challenges and getting bricks while you're playing story can help alleviate the sheer amount you have to do later, but I just wanted to get the story done so I could free play. So tackling everything, I just started with the slice since it's 2 planets and I thought Kashyyyk would be pretty difficult to do. Did it really just oh my gosh. I swear if Back Off Barbarian Shenanigans repeats itself, I'm going to say some unsavory sayings. After Kashyyyk, I started working my way around the galaxy. I highly recommend you go to Core Upgrades under the Upgrades tab and get Collectible Detector. This will make your life so much easier. As you get more and more Kyber bricks, you'll probably want the Stud Magnet upgrade next since there is a trophy for getting 10 billion studs, but you won't really have to try to get it, you'll just kind of get it naturally, but just keep it in the back of your mind. If you feel stuck on a certain brick or can't figure out how to get to it, this game does have the ability to track every single collectible, so it'll take you right to the brick you were trying to get. Won't solve the puzzle for you, but at least show you physically where it is. Just remember that it is a Lego game, and try not to overthink the solution to the puzzles. It does not track data cards, but with the collectible detector, you'll eventually run into it. So try not to be overwhelmed by 35 blue circles at once on your screen. Just focus on one at a time and eventually you'll get them done. The puzzles range from baby's first MOBA to having to use your brain to find lights. I'm showing you on screen the ones that I had the most difficulty with, but if there's any certain one that is taking you, I would say honestly, if a brick is taking you more than 5 minutes to figure out, just look it up. But look it up directly with the title of the thing you're trying to get. Now, if you're stubborn like me and don't want to cheat at a kid's game, get over it. No one will know. No, but if you really don't want to, then search the area like a crime scene. Always smash whatever can be smushed. In the red areas, I noticed they like to hide things on the outskirts of the circle. And also, for some reason, force moving pipes to get water seems to be a theme that can be tricky to find for some of them. But in general, don't be afraid to outsmart the game to get bricks too. Sometimes the game wants you to make a tower out of bricks with the force, but if you can just glide over there as a scavenger and that's easier, then just do that. But as you're planet clearing, I would try to save the characters and ships for last since they tend to require you to travel elsewhere in order to unlock them. Also, there are a few quest lines that require you to do other missions before you can actually access them. You can always buy Rumor in order to find the beginning of the quest line if you are that stuck. Otherwise, this is the first of 3 marathons in this game, so mentally tell yourself that this will take some time to complete because it certainly will. This also will be how you get plans, since every data card counts towards the events of each planet. Eventually, you will slowly piece together your platinum by getting all the events trophies. And then the final trophy of completing events is the See You Around Kid, which is completing all events in the galaxy, which includes dumb things like rescuing porgs and visiting the most annoying Wookiee ever. And this stupid Wookiee doubles for See You Around Kid and the Hello There trophy, so unfortunately it is a must. And once again, every location is trackable, so it won't be really too hard to do. But 33 locations is such a stupid requirement, and that doesn't even include the 20 mouse droids or porgs. I'm not sure who thought fun was defined by monotony, but at least it's not difficult, it's just mind-numbingly boring. As you're completing all the challenges and events, you'll eventually earn the fastest hunk of junk trophy, Hello There, Do or Do Not, There Is No Try, and You May Fire When Ready, depending on how many you picked up on the story anyway. Which brings us to the last few final medium trophies. Now, when it comes to never seen a real one, these 10 are the required beasts for you to mount. The only one I really had to go out of my way to get was the weird trash looking one on Jakku that happens after you complete a side mission or 3. So when you load into Jakku, see if it's there and mount it and you should get it. If you feel like you've mounted all of them, just do this one. That was my problem and I had to do it twice. It's really weird. Now for Power and Limited Power, upgrading each little bubble takes 24 Kyber bricks, and boring math equation aside, you don't need all bricks for this, but you basically do, so I would just hold off on doing this one until you have about like 900 bricks to spare. Again, This one you don't have to try, but the hard part is getting the data cards and then buying the stud multiplier while getting the next milestone. So just be conscious of what your next benchmark is and you'll grab all the multipliers as you're running around collecting bricks. Also, if you are really close and lazy, spawn into Jakku and just walk towards the steps with the stud magnet on, and you can grab a free purple stud that way. So once you've completed every event, and by extension, you've attained every multiplier, then start heading into the story once more for free play. But do not try to go for this trophy. While you're going through the story in free play, focus on getting the mini kits and the level challenges. When you have all the multipliers, you'll get the true Jedi status just by existing in the level. Which brings us, after literal days of gameplay, to
Level 3!
As I'm sure you expected from a LEGO game, the hardest part of this journey is collecting every single mini kit and doing every challenge from each level. Each episode has 5 levels, and each level of course has 5 mini kits and 3 level specific challenges, and some are honestly not always obvious. I'm gonna have a bunch of kits and challenges run in the background as I talk about the base strategy. But if there is any certain mission you cannot for the life of you figure out or look up, comment which one it is and I will respond to your comment with step-by-step instructions complete with illustration on how to complete it. I have every mini kit and mission archived in footage somewhere. I just don't want to waste your time by throwing them all at the end since it's well over 200 mini kits and challenges. As more play, I might as well conclude with saying thank you so much for taking the time to view this video. I hope the algorithm causes us to meet in the future. If there's a particular game you want me to suffer through, let me know. The next game I think will be Spider-Man 2, exclusively because I saw this screenshot of how long it should take. But after that, I have no idea, so give me an idea or 3. I have a PS5 only at the moment, so it has to be on that console at this time. And speaking of time, once you muster through every level and finally claim every kit and clear every challenge, you finally earn no more training do you require, and you needn't worry about your reward, which is exactly the kind of vibe I get from this game, because supposedly there's something that happens on Yavin 4 when you 100% the game, but we'll check on that in a moment. However, once we finally get those last 2 trophies, those will enable us to have the beautiful platinum after way too many hours. But since I platinumed the game, surely that means I'm at 100%, right? Are you kidding me? I might as well finish it off. So I got to 100% and have no idea where to go. You'd think it'd be, you know, the question mark, but apparently not. Oh wait, isn't it at the top? Ooh, some music's kicking in, not too shabby. Oh, that's cool. They're all waiting here for me to pull the. Oh, wait a minute. Kronk? No way.